one thing that I love about Peruvian culture, and I think it's South American culture in general, is just how open they are and willing they are to be close with one another. And I think that is seen by the kissing on the cheek. Every time we met someone new, we would kiss them on the cheek. Well, so because we were sister missionaries, it could only be between sisters. Men, we just shook their hands and everything. But every time we met someone new, we would kiss them on the cheek, just like, hola, hermana. And I love that because I think it just shows how willing they are to be open one with another and to become friendly quickly. And that is something that you can definitely see in their culture, just how friendly they are with everyone and with their neighbors and with their families and everything. They're very much an open people. They will let anyone into their home, and they keep their front doors open, and they are just very loving, and that is felt. That's something that I love about Peruvian culture. So some of my favorite Peruvian foods, there's something called pollo a la brasa, which it literally is just like rotisserie chicken served with like French fries and salad. And so when I got to the mission and someone told me, like, everyone was so excited that, like, oh my gosh, I'm at a Buta, we're going to eat pollo a la brasa tonight. And I'd just be like, and I was like, getting excited too, like, awesome, what is pollo a la brasa? And then we like had dinner that night and I saw that it was just rotisserie chicken and French fries. And I was just like, why is everyone so excited about this? It's just like chicken and French fries. And so that's what I thought, like, the first time I had pollo a la brasa. But by the end of my mission, I loved pollo a la brasa, and I got just as excited as everyone else. Like, oh my gosh, we're having pollo a la brasa. Pollo a la brasa is the best. And I just think that's just something funny how, like, at the beginning of my mission, I thought it was, like, so normal. But, like, by the end of my mission, I was just like everyone else, like, getting super excited about how great pollo a la brasa is. Let's see. Another food that I really liked was they have things called papa rellena, and it's like, which means like refilled potato. So it's like they have like mashed potatoes, sort of. It's like also mixed with flour. And then they like spread it out like on a sheet or something, or like on the table, and they put like meat and vegetables and stuff into it, and then they like refold the mashed potatoes over like the stuffing that they've put inside, and then they like deep fry it. And so then you get out this like deep fried ball of mashed potatoes with like meat and stuff on the inside. And that was like my favorite like thing to have for dinner like all the time. I just like really liked that. Another thing that I really liked was called gosh, I'm forgetting what it's called. But it's grilled cow heart. And we would, one of my companions in my last area, there was a lady around the corner who sold, she like grilled cow heart outside every single night. And she would like get like a slab of like cow heart, and she would like cut it open like all juicy and everything. Then she would like pour some like spices and oil and like ají and everything. And then she would like grill it, and then she would stick like 3 or 4 pieces on like a kebab. And then she would sell it to you for like 2 soles, which is like not even like $1. And so like every night, when we were walking back to our apartment, we would stop and buy this cow heart on a kebab, and we would like eat it as we like didn't like planning at night and everything. And so that was one of my favorite foods too. Like one of my favorite snacks was buying the cow heart kebabs. It was yummy. Some of my other favorite snacks, they have these things called besos de moza. It's a beso de moza, which means lady's kiss. And they're like, it's like a little cookie graham cracker sort of thing with like marshmallow cream stuff sitting on top of it, and then it's all like covered in chocolate, like it was dipped in chocolate. And so it's just like a little chocolate round thing with like creamy marshmallow fluff like sitting on a cookie. And it's called a beso de moza, and they are amazing. Like, they are so good. I would find, they have tienditas, like at una tienda, which are just, like little like storefronts, like a lady like opens up her front door and just like starts selling like sodas and water and candy and food and stuff like that. Anyway, and so you could just like find any tienda on like any corner and they would have a bunch of stuff. And so I used to like pinpoint in all my areas, I used to pinpoint like that's the best tienda in town because they have besos de moza and they have like my favorite candies and everything all the time. But it was always dependent on whether or not they had a constant supply of beso de moza. If that store was good or not, if that tienda was good or not. Anyway, so that's something funny. I love besos de moza. And then they also have a really yummy chocolate bar called a princesa. It's just dark chocolate with peanut butter. It's like a layer of dark chocolate, a layer of peanut butter, and then a layer of dark chocolate. And it's like a princesa bar. And it's just like so good. Like seriously so good. Those were like my favorite candy bars as well. Anyway, so yeah, the beso de moza and the princesa are my two favorite Peruvian candies and sweets and everything. They also have this amazing fruit. Oh my gosh. Like Peru has amazing fruit all the time. Like just a huge variety of all sorts of things that you've never seen in America. Super colorful, super yummy, super juicy, super healthy. And oh my gosh, like people would just walk around with huge carts just piled with fruit. And so me and my companion would be like walking down the street and we'd be like, do you want a snack? And she'd be like, yeah, I want a snack. And then we'd just like stop the guy and buy some fruit. And it was great. We would buy kiwi, we would buy like pineapple, we would buy like all this stuff and just eat it like in the street. And it was great. But my favorite fruit of all time is called a granadilla. And from what I've heard, it's related to a pomegranate. So, like, think of how, like, you open up a pomegranate and, like, the seeds are, like, stuck in there. A granadilla is kind of like that, except you open it up, you, like, crack it open, and it's just, like, a juicy mush of, like, seeds and juice. And so it, like, honestly, the first time I saw one, I thought the inside of it was rotten because it literally looks like maggots or something, because it's just like these seeds like floating in like this juicy mush. So it looks kind of gross on the inside, but all you have to do, you just crack it open and then you like suck it out, and then you like suck the seeds, and you don't chew the seeds, you swallow them whole. So all you do is just like you suck the juice and then swallow the seeds, and it's just so good and so sweet and so refreshing. And granadillas are my favorite fruit ever, and it's tragic that they don't have them in America. Some crazy foods that they eat in Peru, they eat guinea pig there. The rumors that you've heard are true. They do eat guinea pig, and I had it a couple times, not many, but it really wasn't that bad. I think it's something good that everyone should try. Like, everyone should have that experience because it's not terrible and you'll survive. And it was good, good enough to try at least once. But what's really interesting is that they take a guinea pig, like a furry, little baby, pet guinea pig practically. And they like, kill it however they do. And they skin it. And then they like stick the whole thing in like a vat of oil. And so it's just like a deep fried guinea pig. And then it comes on your plate, like, the whole thing, like, toenails and teeth and eyes and all. Like, the head, the body, the whole thing. And you just, like, cut it open and, like, eat off its little rib or its feet, or you can chop off its head, like, stuff like that. So they just, like, deep fry the whole guinea pig and serve it to you. So, yeah, I had it. It was pretty good. It tastes kind of like greasy chicken, sort of. But it's a delicacy there, and everyone loves it, and they all talk about how good it is, and it was good. It was good to try. So I recommend it. And then another thing that they also eat, especially on the mountains, these things didn't happen so often on the coast, but out in like the Andes and the mountains, they eat alpaca. And so I had that, and alpaca was actually really yummy. It was, like, actually really good. The meat was, like, super soft and super, like, tender. And it tasted like beef. It tasted like good beef. It was yummy. So alpaca was really good, too. Kind of sad thinking of a cute alpaca, getting eaten. But it was really good. So those were probably the craziest things that I ate. A traditional food of the north and of the Peruvian coast is something called ceviche. And it's raw fish that is cooked in lemon juice. And so it's not yeah, it's like not raw anymore because it's been like cooked in lemon juice, and somehow that does it. I'm not really sure exactly how it works. But that is a specialty, and everyone loves ceviche. We as missionaries aren't allowed to eat it most of the time. I did try it a couple times. I'm not a huge fish person. I'm not really into seafood, but it was good. It was good. It was yummy. And they do it with all types. They do it with like octopus. They do it with fish and different types of fish. And then they also do like chicken ceviche. So instead of doing the fish, they do chicken. And it was good.